Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. I got a quick little project I want to do. Quick little project. See, I just designed a knife of this style. Only better. Hold on a second. So I just designed this knife that's going to be made and produced by Szco Knives. I already have this knife, which is the Szco version. Uh-oh, I made my screen too big. Damn touch screen. I don't even know how to shrink that. That's better. So you can see the Szco version is a little bit smaller. Mine is actually drawn to scale. So you can see the difference in size. Mine is going to be quite a bit bigger. But it's the same shape of the blade, and it's a coffin handle. This one, you can see that I have a very pronounced handle, where this one kind of doesn't. It just drifts off in the rear, and for some reason it's extremely fat. It's not the greatest in the hand, but it's okay. But it's just the fact that that 1800 style Bowie is what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm doing. So I just went down to the basement because I remembered I have this thing because somebody said, hey, Szco has one, and I'm like, that's right. But this one's obviously quite a bit different. It's a little different than my design. What stays the same is this, the elongated clip, which was really, really popular in the later 1800s from the 1870s on. I think it may even been 1860s. I'm not 100% sure, but that's where it came out. This thing would really do itself better if it came out, give you more grab, and if it was a little bit longer in the handle. But it doesn't really matter because this knife is still pretty good. Even though, you know, Szco makes them and you can get them cheap, this Damascus blade is really cool. And I was thinking about doing mine Damascus, but I really want a polished one. Who knows, I might do a Damascus later, but this is really cool. The thing is, I'd left it in an area in the basement where water made the air kind of crappy, and it left a little rust on it. I even had like some D-lam right here from the Damascus on this. So what I thought I was going to do, because the rust is below this the bevel line, I was thinking about just sanding. And when you have Damascus, if you sand, what's going to happen is you are going to remove your pattern, right? So I started thinking to myself, well, it would be okay if I remove the pattern, and there you can put together a concoction to make your Damascus pattern come back. And I had some when I did my Damascus Tontos, and I don't have anymore. So, and I don't really want to make it anymore. But so I'm thinking, just if I can sand off the rust, I don't know. Let's see. If I'm lightly sanding, I might not even take away the Damascus. But what I was thinking is, if I sand this down and I lose some of my Damascus pattern, I'm wondering if I could just blue it and have Damascus to dark. So what I'm going to do, this will be a quick video because you're not going to have to sit and watch me sand. I'm going to sand this and then see what it looks like. And if it's really cool, I'm going to blue the bottom. So I'll show you in a second. Hold on. All right, so this is crazy. What I'm finding out is Szco actually has some pretty good Damascus. The pattern, look at it, got lighter, but the pattern is still there. Normally, when I sand Damascus, it starts to just look like plain steel. You know what I mean? You can kind of hintly see it. That's pretty wild. So what I want to do, because I'm not exactly sure what the Damascus is made of, I don't know what 2 steels or 3 steels they use. What I want to do is I want to do a test. I'm going to tape this line right here, and then I'm going to try and blue this and see if it darkens. And we're gonna hold on, I'll show you what it taped. All right, so here's a moment of truth. I got some blue, I got a rag, and I got my blade all taped up. Let's see if it holds some color here. Woohoo! This is good high carbon. This is some good high carbon steel because it is bluing immediately. Let me try and get some on here, and then I'll show you the difference between sides so you can really pick it out here. But I'll tell you what, man, Szco does it right. I talk about Szco all the time. I actually like their products. The Szco high carbon Bowie is one of my. It looked like I got myself. What happens? I was going so fast. I was like burning my hand. So, man, I have to say that's quite impressive. So this is what the color is. That's what it's kind of hard to tell in this light, but that's what it is now. It is dark. Light, dark. That's pretty cool. I'm going to do the other side real quick. That is really cool. So Szco always finds a way to impress me because they're just not supposed to be this good. You know what I mean? It's budget. It's budget. And I believe a lot of them are Pakistan made. And people like to talk about Pakistan made blades like they know what they're talking about, but I'll tell you what, there's some like places you can go to, like eBay, to buy a knife that's Pakistan made, and it might not come heat treated and all that, but those aren't reputable places. These are just like scam places, and you're gonna have those everywhere. You can find scam places in the States. You can find them in anywhere you're gonna find knife makers. You can find scam knife makers. The problem is people suck. You know what I mean? And it's just the way it is. But every now and then you might come across a knife that's not a scam maker. I wonder if the pattern still, oh, and I could still kind of see the pattern through there. That's really cool. All right, so let me take off this tape and show you guys what we're looking at here. I think this is kind of cool. This is a cool project. Now I'm glad I accidentally let it get a little rusty, which I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to let it get rusty, but sometimes, you know, the proverbial shit happens. You know what I mean? So let's take this all apart and get a good look at it. Possibly, it's weird. The tape goes on much easier than it comes off sometimes. All right, here we go. Here we go. Got a little bit more tape on there. Throw that all away. Oh, yeah. Sticking in my finger. All right, so ready for this? Look at that. The dark bottom. It's kind of cool. That's not so bad. You know, I don't know if it's going to pick up, but let's see. There you go. You can still see the Damascus pattern through the bluing. What a way to save this little knife. And it really hides that little D-lam scar pretty good. And the D-lam scar is just a little scar. I sanded it down. It's not going to get any worse. It's fine. It was just a little nick in the Damascus to let you know it's real Damascus because you could feel the folds. And that's kind of cool. I left a little light line there because I thought that would be kind of sweet. Just a little contrast. But this is pretty sweet. So this is the shape that I really wanted. I wanted that really sweet, you know, old Bowie style when I designed my knife. Except I just wanted it better. You know what I mean? So I had to make it better. I do like how they keep this really nice and flat here. Mine will be flat all the way through, and I'll add fullers here to make up because the whole thing is going to be flat. But I really do like it in Damascus. And my guys at Croco Knives make some really good Damascus pieces. So I might end up doing a different blade in Damascus with them. But this is really cool. I like it has the, it's got like this Celtic braid going on, which is really nice. I wish the contouring was done, and I wish this kind of kicked out just a little bit more. That would make it so much of a better knife, but it still does look cool. It just has that really cool classic look. Kind of enjoy this knife. So this little project, even though it was an easy one, it turned out to be pretty good. I expected once I started sanding to have no more Damascus visible. I expected it to just be ground down, but it stayed. It stayed. That's pretty nice. So I'm gonna put a little oil on this blade and keep it nice. Keep it nice. You know what I mean? I don't want it to do what it did and rust up, because I actually like the knife. I think it's beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't design a clip point, an old Western clip point like this, the long clip, if I didn't like it. You know what I mean? And I think Szco did a pretty good job on theirs. I do have a little, I just felt it. Well, now I'm trying to wiggle. There it goes. I get a little wiggle in the guard if I move it the right way. And that's one thing that's going to separate mine, is it has an integral guard. So that can never happen. I will never have loosening on my guard. I like that. But as far as this knife is concerned, I did a full test on it. This thing works, man. It works like a knife should work. And I have to say, that's pretty. That's pretty, man. So that's it. I told you it was going to be kind of a quick one. 11 minutes in, not so bad. I was able to take a rusted Damascus knife and save it. I didn't even have to do the bluing. The rust came off and left the Damascus, but it does add a little dimension. It does add a little dimension to it. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to roll with it. But that was easy, man. So that's it for this one. Hi, I'm Donnie all day. Till next video.